So in this part of the video, I will go through the continue statement. It's very simple to the break statement. So I'm just going to type in while loop continue. I'll explain it as we go through this. So create a new REPL if you're replicating what I'm doing on the screen. Now I will use the same examples as I have done in the previous couple of videos, just to make it easier and more consistent in order to be able to understand this. So this is for the continue statement in the while loop. Now, so we're using the variable x. In this one, I'm assigning the number 0. I want to start off with 0. And then, as same as other videos, while, for the while loop, x. So whilst for this period of time, whilst x is less than 6, I want the computer or the program to do the following. Now, just put a colon there. So loop whilst x is smaller than 6. Okay. It's quite simple to understand. Now we do need an indent here because the rest of the code that we will be writing will be part of the while loop. So if it's less than 6, just say add 1 onto the number. So as of now, we have the number 0 in x. So 0 is less than 6, is it? Yes, it is. So add the number 1 to 0, which is very simply 1. Similar to the break statement, we will have another condition. So if this condition is met, we will continue. So if x equals to 3, don't forget the colon, it will automatically do the indent for you. Continue. So skip this one and continue what are you doing next. And then we will have print x. So here is add 1 to the number in the variable. Here we are saying we're adding a condition, and that condition is if x is equal to 3, what should it do? It should continue, which in this case usually means skip and do the next thing. And here is simply print what is in the variable. Now, here we have, I will explain the same thing again. We have x inside the variable. If x is less than 6, add the number 1 to it, which will become 1. If 1, the number inside this variable, becomes the same as 3, continue. If not, then just print the number. So we'll print the number 1. Let's try this. And there is an area of confusion that I find with probably 90% of students initially. So I'll clarify this issue. So as you can see, it's printed the number 1, 2, and when it went to 3, it skipped, because in this section here, if the value in the variable, which would be 3 at one point, is the same as 3, then continue. So you just have a break there and you continue. So that's why the number 3 was not printed here. So some people might say, and this is where the confusion happens, it says whilst x is below 6, and carry on with the loop. But here we have the number 6, and 6 is the same as 6, or 6 is equal to 6, and not below 6. So what actually happened here is, let's say we had the number 0, well, we had 0, it's less than 6, and added 1, it became 1, and they printed it, went around the loop, this number became 1, they added 1, it became 2, went around the loop, this number became 2, added 1, it became 3, and therefore it met this condition. And then we have the continuous statement, so it skipped the number 3. Then we had the number 3 here, added 1, it became 4, didn't meet this condition, went and printed 4, went around again, this number 4 became 4, we added 1, it became 5, it printed 5, and now here is where I'm just going to clarify that confusion, why 6 is printed here, and not, it didn't just stop at 5 like the previous statements, previous code. So we have whilst 5 is less than 6, and at this point, yes, we do know 5 is less than 6, so it passed through the loop on the basis that 5 is less than 6, and then it added the number 1 onto 5, which is now 6, and therefore it's 6. So when we go to print x, it printed 6. I hope that makes sense.